Morning from our corner. So, what am I going to rant about today? Well, yesterday I saw that they were giving out foods for Passover, matzahs, eggs that are in shortage, all kinds of groceries for free for needy families at Bnei Brak. Bnei Brak is the ultra-Orthodox area. They're the ones who refused to listen to the health minister, who's now, the health minister and his wife are now in court. They have corona. Our Israeli health minister, ultra-Orthodox Jew, has corona. The ultra-Orthodox Jews didn't listen to the health ministry, and they gathered in large groups, and now every third person in this ultra-Orthodox city has corona, and they're giving out, I don't know, he's competing with me, the cleaning thing is, can you hear me? Can you believe they're handing out food for free for people with cars? If you have a car, you're not needy. If you have a car, you're not needy, okay? You don't need a car in Bnei Brak. It's a city that is overcrowded, completely overcrowded. I wish I'd filmed it. Last time I was there, I thought it was an apocalypse. Sorry, I have to bend down and got dog shit. I thought it was an apocalyptic scene. It's completely overcrowded. There's no trees, and all they do is shop all the time for clothes. Shop, pray. They should write a book, Shop and Pray. So now, these are one of the most hated groups by people that are not ultra-Orthodox, because usually a lot of them don't go to the army. They avoid the military service because they say they had to study the Bible the whole day. And now, every third person in this ultra-Orthodox city has corona, which means a big burden on the health system for the rest of the citizens. Because if you don't listen, other people have to take responsibility. And now the health minister is ultra-Orthodox from a very, very crazy sect. They're a crazy little minority sect that actually, you know what they do to young people? They do all kinds of horrible things to people. They give them, they chemically castrate young men who have normal urges or have a phone. If you have a smartphone, there was a guy who had a smartphone. They gave him chemicals so he doesn't have any urges because they claim the phone is a bad influence on his evil inclinations. So this is our health minister, people. Wake up and smell the roses. And did all kinds of horrible things, always gave priority to his little sect, didn't really care about the health. I mean, how can somebody who lives in the Middle Ages be a health minister? So finally, he's sick. I hope he gets better. He's 71, but God knows he did a lot of damages. He brought a pedophile to Israel, an ultra-Orthodox pedophile. There's a lot of things going on there. And I wrote today on the newspaper commentary section, maybe God doesn't like people that think they're, I don't know, maybe God doesn't like what they're doing, not going to the military service, ignoring the health ministry instructions. Maybe God likes science. Maybe God really likes science, because otherwise why would there be science if God didn't like it? Because they claim God, there's nothing in this world that's not created by God. So a lot of people are thinking, wow, what does this mean? But to be honest, you shouldn't take everything as a sign, you know? This guy is really competing with me, the cleaning guy. I would love to have his job. I would like to take it to my house. My house looks a mess. It's very small, but mess nonetheless. Today the cat knocked over the honey jar. That was quite a mess. So I feel like I'm a cleaning person, but I'm not getting paid. What else is in the news? Yeah, they want us to wear masks. And interesting fact, they showed in the news, they manufactured them in Gaza, you know, the Palestinian area, these masks. And they cost 5 shekels. They sell them at 5 shekels to this Israeli guy who sells it here for a few times more than 5 shekels. Let's put it this way. I've seen a mask sold for 30 shekel. And apparently, it's just a piece of cloth anybody can make at home, even children. It's just a piece of cloth, and they tell you that a scarf can do just as well. And that was a nurse on the bike, or a doctor, green uniform. So, I have a scarf on my neck. Will I use it? They want us to use masks in the supermarket. So, I don't know. I'm going for my daily walk. I decided to befriend the police if they stop me. They showed a video yesterday where the police are chasing a woman running, and they want her to identify herself. She refuses, and then they shove her in the police car for running, jogging. I think this is really getting out of hand. I'm still thinking, yes, kill me for saying this. It's a disease. This virus targets vulnerable people. That's what it said in the newspaper as well today. The people that died, most of them, I'm not saying all of them, I'm not a doctor, but if statistically they're all like over 60, over 70, 60 with health problems. They all have health issues which is high blood pressure, diabetes. Sorry to tell you I told you so, but you know that vegetarian diet does prevent diabetes and high blood pressure. Just saying. Anyway, interesting enough, in the ultra-Orthodox area, people do not like vegetarians. It's not a popular place to be vegetarian because eating meat is like considered a necessity for holidays and special days like holidays and Sabbath. Eating meat is important. Yeah, murdering animals is important. Well, this is the lesson, and I think it's very clear message from the universe. Stop killing animals. Stop destroying with pollution. Now the needy people in the cars are going with their cars. So I thought it was really a grotesque joke that people with private vehicles collect, and then one of them said, I'm collecting for families, which could be very true. It's not nice to badmouth. Okay, maybe he's collecting for other people, and maybe not. But I think it's ridiculous that they hand it out in cars, and it's ridiculous that needy people have cars. That's what I think. I've never had a car, actually. Not because I was necessarily needy, because I never had too much cash on me. Teaching is not a job, in Israel especially, it's not a job where you make any amount of money you can live off even. Not to mention keeping a car. If a teacher has a car, she has a husband or a wife who keeps them, or parents, I don't know. You cannot have any sort of life here as a teacher financially. So anyway, getting back to the story, I'm getting the newspaper now from the newspaper man. He has a mask. And wait, the dog is in trouble walking, so I have to pick her up. Oh yeah. And I'm having a little bit pain in my knee. You know, I'm always happy-go-lucky sports, but I am going to pay attention to my knee. So when you exercise, do take care. I think my yoga mat is not thick enough, really. Be careful of your knee. Place pillows under your knees if you need to. בוקר טוב. מה החדשות היום? מה אתה אומר על זה שנזקקים מקבלים במכוניות? אם יש לך מכונית, אתה נזקק? אני גם לא חושבת. מה אתה אומר? מי שיש לו אוטו לא צריך, אין לו בעיה לקנות אוכל. נכון? He agrees with me. If you have a car, you don't have to... שטויות במיץ עגבניות, נכון? משהו מרגיז אותי, בעזה המסכות האלה עולות 5 שקל. מייצרים אותם בעזה, 5 שקל, מוכרים אותם ב-30 שקל. אני לא יודעת כמה עולה מסכה בסופר פארק? לא משנה. מה זה? עולם מטורף.